Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, welcome back to Budget with Ira. My name is Ira and I budget here every single week on YouTube. I'm one half of a British couple who earn a modest living working in retail. As a couple, we have a goal to pay off all of our debt by July 2022 so that we can fund our dream of owning our own home together. Our debt is currently at about £10,000 at the moment, and if you'd like to see my debt payoff plan and my debt confession, I'm going to link it in the cards. If you just stumbled on this video and you're new here, please consider subscribing. I post every single week and share my real numbers. Subscribing is 100% free, so it won't cost you anything, but it is optional, so if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on the video. It makes a huge difference to me. Thanks so much. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how much me and my boyfriend got paid so that we've got our actual numbers ready for June. And I'm actually going to stuff the biggest amount of cash I've ever stuffed in my life. I found that as I get more experience with budgeting, cash stuffing really is the way to go. In my last cash stuffing video, I thought that I was stuffing quite a lot and I was stuffing a lot of my bonus, but really, cash stuffing is the way forward for me. It's really working. So today I'm stuffing £880, which for me is a huge amount of money. If you'd like to see me do that, please keep on watching. So here we are in July's budget. I call this a bootleg budget because I've done this by hand completely from scratch. I've done this because I can't really justify the spend on the really expensive planners that you can get like Erin Condren and all of those ones. So I just do it from home. If you'd like to know how I make this, I'm going to link it in the cards right now. But don't worry, this isn't a planner heavy video. All I'm going to do is update mine and my boyfriend's income so that I can share with you how much I'm able to stuff. So payday is today, and in our accounts we got this much. So I got paid £2,162.90. That's a little bit more than we budgeted for. And then my boyfriend got paid £1,227.66. So if I get this calculator out, 342847. Spot on. So because we earned a little bit more than what we expected, instead of trying to funnel that into debt or anything like that, because we have paid off quite a lot of our debt so far, we're actually going to think more towards the future, and that extra £160 odd we're going to stuff into the priorities that we have for the future. So me and my boyfriend sat down last night, we said, look, we've got this much, where should we put it? So we came to an agreement together, which I think is probably the most healthy way to do it. So let's have a look at this money. Okay, so I've been to the bank today and I've withdrawn £880. The first thing I want to do is double check that I've got £880 here. So we've got 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So that there is 200. So this should be 680 here. 24681, 24682, 24683, 24684, 24685, 24686, 24688. Spot on. I'm also going to bring in my cash envelopes. So these I set up about a month ago. They are in the prototype stages, so eventually I do want to share these and sell them on Etsy, but I'm still not quite happy with the level of performance with them, and there's a few minor design elements to tweak. But when I'm happy to sell to you, I will absolutely share that with you. But here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of my sinking funds and my cash envelopes as well, and we're going to stuff everything. Okay, so let's start with cash envelopes because they're a big part of how we do our month. When I first started budgeting, I thought cash was going to be really annoying, especially during COVID times, and I thought it was going to be something that I definitely don't want to do. A couple of months in, and I'm so glad I did it because truly I cannot be trusted with a card at the moment. It's a win-win for both of us. So let's go straight in. So spending one is my spending money. I've given myself £100 for the past couple of months. I originally started by giving myself £80 and that wasn't quite enough, but £100 is perfect. So I'm actually going to budget £100. and I like mine in 5 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I keep my spending money in this inside another envelope inside my bag at the moment, but I would like something a bit more compact, just because I don't really carry a purse or anything like that. Something about half the size, so I am developing something like that. You can see where I have folded this in half quite a lot. But yeah, something's in the pipeline for that, but that's my £100 done. Spending 2 is my boyfriend's spending, and £100 is absolutely perfect for him as well, so I'm going to go ahead and stuff £100 for him. I don't actually have an envelope for him because he doesn't really like that. He just puts it in his wallet and he can be trusted with it for the whole month. But he likes his spending money in 10 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100. So I'm just going to put this off to the side for him because that's his money. Okay, petrol 1 is my petrol. £100 works pretty okay. So I'm going to stuff £100. I tend to do 1 trip of 40 and 2 trips of 30. So I like to have 4 20s and 2 10s. So 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I am going to stuff this in this. This stays at home in a safe, but I don't need it all the time, so I'm quite happy with it here. So I am going to remove £20 because I've already spent £20 on petrol, and that was today. I went to the local supermarket to pay for petrol, but you could only pay at pump for some reason, which was really frustrating for me and is one of the annoying things about stuffing in cash. Eventually what I'd like to do is actually use my credit card in a reasonable way. So once my credit card is paid off, I would like to spend £100 a month on petrol using my credit card and then pay it off every single month. But I'm not in a place where I can trust myself to do that at the moment. So because I've already spent £20 on my card, I have to put it back into the bank because there isn't any wiggle room at all. So I use this little envelope at the back called bank. So the next time I'm near the bank, I will deposit that back in. Okay, and petrol 2 is my boyfriend's. He has £120 because his car is not quite as fuel economical as mine. He likes to do a trip every single week for £30, so he likes 4 20s and 4 10s. So £120 is what he'll get. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 60, 80, 120. And I will keep that aside for him. Moving on, groceries. £200 has worked for us for the last couple of months. Originally we used to do something less because we were trying to be really, really lean, and we didn't actually realise how much we need for groceries. So we do use our groceries budget for takeaway and things like that, so we're not being really, really mean to ourselves or anything. So there is money for other stuff, but £200 is absolutely perfect for us. So I'm going to go ahead for £200 again. And for groceries, I do 10 20s because shops don't really like £50 notes, and I don't blame them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. Let me count that again. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Glad I counted that. I keep my groceries money in this sort of plastic pencil case, I guess it is. I keep it in there because I can keep my shopping list with it and things that I need. So things that my boyfriend wants and I want, we just add to this list so that when I'm at work, because I work in a supermarket, I can just get it. So I keep it in there. And then last one is social. So last month was the first month where we stuffed social. Social for us is when we're going out for meals with friends, where we're meeting up with family, and we wanted to do it just because we knew that our budget was very tight and we don't want to ever use money as a reason to say no for actually having a life. So while we are living lean and while we are being really responsible with our money, For us, it's important to also have a life. Last month we budgeted £50. We didn't do very much, but we know that as the UK is starting to open up a lot more, we have actually got plans down the road, and £50 is going to be extremely tight. So because we got a little bit more money, we are actually going to do £100. So I'm just going to get my white out. Look at that, you never know it was there. So we're actually going to do 100. So for social, I'm going to do 4 20s and 2 10s. Because we've got 2 meals coming up, so I'm assuming they're going to be about £50 each. So that'll be 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I do have a social envelope, but my boyfriend has that in his bag at the moment and he's gone to work, so I'm just going to keep it aside. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to put it in this blank envelope that I made. Can you see? I'm just going to put it in here. This is something that I hope to offer on my Etsy store. So if you don't necessarily have a category that you want to stuff at the moment, you can just have a blank one that doesn't have anything written on it. Okay, so that is all my cash envelopes fully stuffed and ready to go for the month. Now we are into the sinking month. There isn't much money left over, but in a very lean month, all we would stuff is £40, and that's for Amazon Prime, which is 10, medical, which is 5, and water, which is 25. And those are our, as a couple, non-negotiables that always have to be stuffed. So we have got more money, so every extra penny that we're able to stuff is a complete blessing. So petrol's already done. We stuff Amazon Prime because it's a bill that comes out every year and it's £80, and it always completely blindsides us. And I just want to be a bit more prepared for it in the future. So we are looking to put away £10 every single month until we've got £80, and then once November is hit, we'll start saving up £10 a month. So we should have £40 and we want to put £10 in. So let's see what we've got in here. So we've got 1, 2, 40. Yeah, 40. I'm going to add £10 in, and that'll make 50. 1, 2, 3, 50. Lovely. Moving on next to birthdays. So the birthday sinking fund is for mine and my boyfriend's birthday. We don't necessarily save up for other people's birthdays just because we don't really have friends like that. And when it comes to someone else's birthday, it's more about spending time with them than buying them gifts. So while we do spend money, it pretty much will come out of social, if that makes sense. So for birthdays, we already should have £100. So let's have a look. 100. And we decided that we're going to put £40 into birthdays because both of our birthdays are in July. So it's coming up really, really soon. So that should be 50, 100 and 20, 40. So that should be 40. Okay, moving on next to car. The car sinking fund is because I'm paying off a car at the moment, and at the end of the 4-year period, there'll be a bowl not to pay of about £3,000, and I'd like to have the option to buy it if I wanted to. Budget is a bit tight this month, so we've decided that we're not going to stuff anything into car, so that's going to be left at 0, and we should end on 100. I'm just going to check that we've definitely got 100 in there. 100. Okay, next one is Christmas. This one's self-explanatory. We'd like to save up around maybe £500 or £600 for Christmas so that we can actually not worry about having to buy people stuff at Christmas. And we decided to stuff £20 into Christmas. So let's check. That's 100. Gonna add 20. 120. Next one is emergency fund, and ideally we'd like to save up £1,000 for an emergency fund. It's just not something that we're going to get to this month or start soon. Our debt is our absolute be all and end all, so we're going hard on debt because we like to see the progress with it. Now, if an emergency comes up, we've paid off so much of our credit card that we could put it on our credit card, so the money's relative. Like, I'm either stuffing it here or stuffing it there, so it is what it is. We're gonna continue to ignore emergency fund until the credit card is paid off, and as a couple we've decided that that's the right thing for us, and that's what we're gonna do. Next one is holidays. So we've already put away £100 and we have decided to put £40 into holidays because the world is beginning to open up for us, because I am now fully vaccinated and my boyfriend has his first vaccination booked in a couple of weeks' time. There's a couple of places in Europe that we're able to go to that is safe for us and safe for the locals when we go over, so that's something that we're going to consider, but what we want to do is be prepared for it, so we want to put some money away for it so that should we decide to do it in the near future we can. So no plans to take that out at all, so that should end us on 140. So we have 20, 40, 90, 140. Medical. So for medical, this is for my boyfriend's prescription. He gets medication that lasts for exactly 8 weeks and we get paid every 4 weeks. It costs about £10, so we put away £5 every 4 weeks so that every 8 weeks he can use the £10. So all I'm going to stuff is £5 because that's all we need to stuff. So there's nothing in there because he spent it last month, and I'm just going to put that £5 in there. The next one is for a Silhouette. Silhouette is a sticker cutting machine, and it's something that I would really like to start playing around with in order to get really good stickers so that I can sell them and start an Etsy store. I'm going to put £20 in. And that should end me up on £120. That's 20, 90, 120. Not 20, 90. So that's so that's 50, 120. Okay, so the last one is our water bill. I've already predetermined that I'm putting away £25. So the water bill comes out every 6 months. It's usually about £150. And every single time the water bill comes to us, we don't have the money for it and we have to just do stupid things with money in order to be able to afford it. This is our most successful sinking fund we've had. So far we've put £100 away, which should be all here. And in July or end of July, we should be getting a bill for £150. I'll let you know how that goes. And I should have all the money there for it, which I'm so happy about. So no bills coming now. So we should have £125. So let's add that all in and count it. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 10, 15, 25. 125, absolutely spot on. Okay, let's do the maths. So today I have put in £160, which is what I was expecting to. I'm not going to take anything out, and I should be closing on 800. Fantastic. Okay guys, gals, non-binary pals, thank you so much for getting to the end of this video. I genuinely appreciate every single view that I get. My cash stuffing video last time went really well, so hopefully this one has done quite well too. If you are new here and you haven't seen any of my videos before, please consider subscribing. I put out content every single week. You are under absolutely no obligation to subscribe because subscribing, while it is 100%, it is also 100% optional. But if you have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. That was probably the quickest I've ever spent £880 in cash in my life, but you know, that's what it's there for and that's what we're supposed to do. So I feel great. So the next video that I will post will likely be June's check-in for week 1. So if you have subscribed or if you're going to subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell because then you'll get an alert the very second that I post it. Until next week guys, thanks so much. See you later, bye.